All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the TnT podcast. I'm your host Tim.
And I'm Ted.
Alrighty, and this week we will be talking about going on vacation during the pandemic. So, this was the end of last week. Me, Ted, and friends of the show, Lauren and Melissa, we went down to Wildwood, New Jersey for a few days, and it was interesting.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun either way. Beach was great. Really nice 2 days.
Yep.
Love that Wildwood Beach where you just walk a mile, and then once you're there, you just earned it. You're like, all right, I'm going right in the water.
Yep. By the time you get there, you'll be sweating.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, I'm going in the water. So, but it was great. Being in there was just, being on the boardwalk on that Thursday night.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Sorry.
But, no, when we first got there, obviously going to the hotel, we had to wear a mask. They had all, the, whatever it is, plexiglass or
glass,
plastic, whatever it is,
Yeah.
around where the workers would be. Yeah,
Some of them didn't even wear a mask.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like me and you. I guess, you work together every day. It's a little different.
I guess.
But should still wear a mask. Always, at all times. But, having to wear a mask up until we got into our room. But yeah, it's that part's still weird though. Like, I don't think I'm still not fully used to it after all this time. Having to remember to put your mask on.
Oh, the feeling of forgetting to put your mask on before you go.
It's like forgetting your keys.
Yeah,
it has the same feeling. Or your wallet, because it's just as necessary as your wallet now.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh crap, I forgot my mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going on the beach. Obviously, you're out in the.
That was fine. Everyone was pretty separate from each other, so that was no problem. I think that was, Wildwood's beach is huge as it is, so social distancing really.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple there.
That's the one thing I'll give these vacationers. I was looking around and everyone is apart from each other.
Yeah, I mean, even before the pandemic even happened, people were like that too. So,
it's because nobody wants to be right on top of each other.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Even more so, because when the beach is packed, y'all are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Especially when you want to go right up to the water, you got to be sandwiched right in between people. But when we went down there now, everyone was apart, even in the water. You stayed with the people you were with.
Yeah,
but
no one really drifted away from me, from their group. So everybody was kind of more with their group. So, we were with each other. So, we didn't really separate. Everyone else was pretty distant from one another. So, everybody kept their distance from each other. So, which was cool. So, no problems with the beach. Everything was good with that.
Yeah. And should we tell the story about Peter?
Yes. Oh, Peter. Yeah. So.
All right. So we ordered, the first night we were there, we ordered Domino's.
We were too tired to go out. We were all we didn't sleep the last night before we went down. So all of us had probably a combined total of 3 hours of sleep.
Probably combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we figured, let's not go on the boardwalk first night. We'll just
go the next night.
Yeah, chill inside for the night. So we ordered Domino's. If anyone's ever ordered through their app, you can pay for it, put the tip on right there. And we swore we put the tip on. When the guy gets here, first he called and was like, I'm at this hotel. And we're like, no, we're at the hotel across the street. When Missy put in the hotel, 3 times?
Yeah, she put it in 3 times. And he went to the Daytona Motor Inn.
Yeah, right across the street from ours. So we're like, no, hotel across the street.
Yeah.
So he was on the phone with her for probably 2 minutes. And she was trying to explain to him, the hotel right to your left. We can see you.
The left.
The left. So me and Ted go down, meet him in the lobby to get the food. And he gives it to us. And he's like, did y'all want to put a tip on?
It was probably the most, one of the most awkward moments. Because you didn't know the guy, and that's the first thing he said.
Yeah.
And it's just and we both, him and I looked at each other, and we're just like, well, we thought that Missy put it on,
So he's like, oh, I can charge the card. I'm like, okay.
It's like, all right, no problem.
But like, yeah, like,
Because she put it on already, so it
you
must
know,
have not just not went through or something. But it was just weird. The funny part is the next day we saw him drive past
yeah,
us. It
we were
was
going to
good.
the beach and
It was
we
funny.
saw Domino's car and they get like, oh, haha, it's Peter. And then we look over like me and Tyler, oh, that's actually him.
That's actually him. Yeah. So yeah, it was just funny to see him
I
again.
don't know. It's
But
just like weird. I've never been asked that
yeah,
before.
I feel like that's like I don't know. It's kind of rude when you ask like somebody like, do you have a tip? Like I
Yeah.
feel like you just have to let it happen because if you ask for it, you sound needy.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
when you were doing DoorDash, did you ever have the urge just, oh, they only gave me $1. Do you want to give me more of a tip?
Yeah,
Like,
no, like no, you're given what you're given. Like you know, that's the thing with that stuff because it's so unpredictable. You don't know how much you're gonna be tipped, or you know how much money you're gonna make per delivery. That's just the delivery business. You just don't know.
yeah, no,
But
agreed.
yeah, first night was great. It was a lot of fun. Had some interesting times. So, my cousin coming down that with his friend that was interesting. You
Yeah,
know,
I want to live. I want to. They're living like Larry,
yeah,
man.
him, my cousin and his boy, man. They're living. They just go like, all right, let's just go to Philly. Okay, fine, let's go.
So I'm saying they are seriously living like Larry.
Yeah,
I wish.
they are travelers. They are adventurers. They go wherever they feel like they want to go. But it was cool seeing them. It was so totally unexpected. So it was cool to have them come down
So we're just chilling in the room.
the day.
Then he's just like, "Oh yeah, we're here," and we're just like, "Huh?"
We didn't know. The thing is, though, is he was talking to Missy, and Missy was jokingly saying like, "Oh, you won't come down to Wildwood." And next thing you know, he calls me at night, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming down." I'm like,
Because he really went, "I bet."
yeah, he went, "I bet." So next thing you know, and he said, he's coming down. And after I hung up the phone, I'm like, yeah, okay, like he's gonna come down or whatever. Like, it's kind of a far drive. Like, I don't, it's like he's just messing with us or whatever. Next thing you know, about an hour later, I get a phone call, and he goes, "Oh, I'm here." I'm like, "Are you serious?" So next thing you know, one of you guys went down to get him. I think it was Missy that got him. Missy that got them and brought him up. I'm like, "You weren't kidding," and he was like, "Nope, I'm not kidding." So it was pretty cool to have them over for those days, and it was funny because they stayed in this like really sleazy hotel, and where the
he asked for a new blanket and it had Cheeto dust on it.
It was I think it was the guy's personal blanket too. That was the funny part.
Oh, the Cheeto dust.
The Cheeto dust. Oh yeah.
That's what killed me.
Oh man. And then his friend slept on the floor, and then he slept in the bed. And oh man, they weren't kidding when they wanted something sleazy.
Yep.
Oh, they weren't kidding.
Seems like they got it.
They got a bang for their buck.
Oh yeah.
So next day, like I said, we went to the beach, and it was good.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's when we went to the boardwalk. So now we can tell that.
Now we could tell that story.
So obviously we're from New Jersey. That's already established now.
Mm-hmm.
So Governor Murphy signed into law that when you can't socially distance, it's law you must wear a mask. So going onto the boardwalk, we're like, all right, there's going to be a lot of people here. We got to wear our masks.
Yeah. So we brought them, and then once we were like coming up the boardwalk, we saw a lot of people. So like, all right,
we put them right on.
Yeah. So we're walking or whatever, and literally probably 80% of the people that were walking on that boardwalk had no mask on.
And it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Like we went crowded. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to try and miss avoid that, miss like the weekend rush of people.
Down, yeah.
But no, there were hundreds and hundreds of people. It was the boardwalk. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be dead, but
no.
But yeah, like most people were not wearing masks.
No. Even inside, some of the parlors, like inside, like like those shops that make those customized shirts or whatever, I saw workers not wearing a mask. I seen I mean, albeit, yes, it gets very hot in those places. Don't get me wrong, because there's like barely any AC that runs through there. But like, you gotta.
So I gotta wear that thing I wear that thing every day. I go into work. I sweat, but I gotta wear it.
Yeah. especially if you're in a crowd of people. Like we played it smart. Like when we weren't around like people, we just took it off because like we needed like a minute to breathe or whatever.
Like
So
going to the opposite ends of the boardwalk, there's not nearly as many people, so
yeah, so we got
we
more
can be more
north.
we can be more than 6 feet away from them, so we can take it off,
Yeah,
get a breather, then we start going into more people, we put it right back on.
yeah. As we got towards the more northern side of the boardwalk, towards North Wildwood, there was less people. So we were like, okay, let's just take it off for a little bit. Breathe a little bit. So we're not suffering inside the mask because it's still
Yeah.
pretty hot out. So what we would do is like even when there was not even though there was people like to the side or whatever and they weren't towards us, we took it off just so like we
Yeah.
would take it off as
Like
much
I
as
said,
possible
if we're
until there was someone there that was
if we're able to be more than 6 feet, then we can take it off, get a breather.
yeah.
But in those crowds, you're lucky if you
It's
can get a foot away from someone.
It's very hard to. I mean,
You can't. You literally
Yeah,
can't.
it's hard to because like even the cops, like I saw some cops not wearing masks. Even the cops, I saw that. I'm like, man, I thought you guys. I'm thinking, Murphy would make the cops wear the mask because
Well, I'm sure they're supposed to.
there's probably. I saw a few cops. I saw a few cops wearing the mask, but like some of them weren't either. It was like half and half. It seemed like. So it's like I'd rather you guys be safe than sorry because recent times, sometimes you never know what people are gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They could cough on you or whatever and say, "Oh, I had the virus."
Yep, because that was happening.
So, I'd rather them be safe than anything else, and everyone to be safe. But especially those guys that are on the front lines. It's
Yep.
like you'd rather them be all right than not be okay.
Yeah, no, yep. But that's what just boggled my mind. I'm like, yeah, New Jersey's better. Like
But
we
it's not,
we
it's
were
not
the
fully done.
second worst state in the country, us and then New York.
Mm.
But the virus is still a threat. And it's not like it's going anywhere anytime soon. And just because you're on vacation doesn't mean you get to forget that all this is still going on.
Yeah, I mean,
To
it's
put yourself or others
Exactly.
in danger,
exactly.
possibly.
That's the thing, and obviously, I want to save another thing for another episode or whatever. But like the protests, it's like they can say, "Oh, you're allowed to protest," but it's coronavirus at halftime.
No, because
Yeah.
that was the bad thing about it. Not as many people were wearing masks.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't, and like they were like, "Oh wait, no, the protest didn't cause it." But yes, it caused it because look at how many people there are.
Yeah, you get hundreds, thousands of people in the
Yeah.
same spot.
And then they go.
At least one of them are
away,
going to
and
be
then it
infected. I
Spreads
mean,
there, and then it spreads to the different areas.
that's how it goes.
Yeah, and that's how viruses are. Like if you got a stomach virus and something like that, then if you get it from there, there's a crowd of people, you might get the stomach bug. So like that's just how viruses and stuff like that works. It's like it just travels easy.
Yep.
It's just the way things are. Like the flu. If the flu was in that situation, if someone had the flu, people would have gotten the flu. So it's just one of those things that you just can't. It's going to spread because of how many people you're with. So back to the boardwalk, it's the same thing because you're with so many people plus
In a tight space.
narrow. I mean, it's not narrow, but it's it's a narrow spot to walk through because you have so many people that are walking there, and majority of the people, were all young kids. Kids that were our age or younger, and none of them had masks on.
Nope.
Even when we went to the arcade, they tried to fight the guy because they didn't have masks, and it's like I
That's
don't know.
why I'm glad. Most of the places we went into enforced it.
Yeah, and then had hand sanitizer once you go in.
Yep. They had a bunch of stuff like that. They had even in between like the claw machines, they had like big plastic up.
You had to. I mean, you gotta make business somehow, some way. And I feel bad for the businesses that are struggling because
That are still closed.
yeah, and I look at places like Planet Fitness or like
I knew you were going to mention the gym first.
No,
I knew
I
it.
know. But like gyms are struggling because obviously it's a big germ spot. I understand that. Look at a place like gyms, restaurants, indoor dining. People that in restaurants that can't have indoor dining
Outdoor.
or outdoor dining. Sorry. Stuff like that, like Chili's or places in the surrounding area. It sucks for them because they aren't able to do it.
I agree.
So,
But
yeah. So otherwise, even even at the pool, because there was a little mini pool that was at the hotel as well. Um, which obviously it's for us. We were planning on going to use the pool, but there was a bunch of
Too
people
many
and,
people.
and little kids there. So it's just like I'd rather not risk a little kid getting that, you know. Um, rather them and the parents be safe and not have them
And
go through.
we just don't get to go in a pool.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. The ocean's right there.
Yeah.
The ocean's better than the pool.
They did suck though because we wanted to clean our feet off, and we left a nice trail in the
Oh my god. Because we were dumb. First day we were there, we literally walked over the hose. And then every day after we went to the beach, we're like, there should be a hose out here. And our
We totally
we
forgot.
were dumb. We completely forgot there literally was.
Totally forgot
There was so
one.
much sand in that hotel room.
Oh.
The floor, the bathroom, it was bad.
Oh, it was very bad.
It was bad.
I would be the first one to shower, and I would try to clean up as much sand as possible. I'm trying to
That
get
should have been the last person, not the first person.
I don't know. I try to clean it for you guys because I didn't want you to bathe in sand. That's all. I just didn't want you.
Right.
I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna push all this sand down as much as possible. Keep it towards the drain, so then you guys have a semi-clean, place to
Showering
shower and
environment.
clean. So, I would try to do that. But with the hotel, more the hotel wise, some people did wear masks, some people didn't. It was kind of half and half, same thing.
So we just did anytime we left our room just to be safe.
Yeah, we just try to, just play it safe and not like spread it here.
Yep.
But we did a nice job with trying to protect ourselves and not getting anybody sick close to us. So,
Yeah, that's one thing that I think the governor would have to keep closer attention to is just the shore areas.
oh yeah,
Because I'm sure if Wildwood's like that, I'm sure.
I'm sure. When we went to it was raining at Cape May when we went there, but still, I mean, either way, like on the promenade where people walk, it's hard to find space, but it's it's good to keep that in mind, especially if you're in a big crowd of people.
Yep.
I mean, with the people that were running in Cape May, like they were fine since there were not much people on the promenade anyway. So, but if you look at places like Wildwood, Ocean City, Atlantic City, Seaside,
Like I'm sure all that. I'm
Long
sure
Beach
it's the
Island,
same.
Long Beach Island.
All the boardwalks. I'm
Atlantic
sure.
City.
Okay, they don't need to name anymore.
I know. I'm just. I'm like.
They got the point.
Listing boardwalks and stuff. Like some big boardwalks. Because Ocean Cities is really really big, and Atlantic Cities as well. So, yeah. Don't look at me like that.
The point we were trying to make before Ted started listing every boardwalk in New Jersey was I'm sure they're all like that to where not as many people are wearing masks, and
Yeah.
that's the reason it's gonna spread again. That's gonna be it because all these people from everywhere in the state are gonna all be in this one area,
Or even out of state.
Exactly. Then they're all gonna go.
These people come from. You don't know.
Yep. Then they're all gonna go back to their hometowns and take it with them and spread it some more.
Exactly. It's like you don't know where like I said, and people could be coming from Florida, Texas, Georgia, all the hot spots.
I doubt anyone's coming to the Jersey Shore from Florida, but
No, I know, but still, either way, it's just still you don't know where these people are coming from because they all come from all over, especially those Canadians. They come down.
I've never seen a Canadian person
Yes.
all the years I've been
French
to Wildwood.
Canadians. They all vacation down there.
I've never seen it.
Really? Yeah, they a lot of them come from Montreal, Quebec, and vacation down in the Jersey Shore.
It's news to me.
You never knew that?
No, I went down there for probably 10 years. I never saw it.
Really? Yeah, a lot of French Canadians go down there for vacation. Like I would hear the French I'd be to my right, like I would be walking on the boardwalk, and to my right I'd hear like a French Canadian family speaking French. So it's like I would see all the Quebec, even the Quebec driver's plates. It's
I never noticed it.
really, yeah. They've been going down there for years, and yeah, surprised you never noticed because they a lot of them go down.
No, sir.
Ah, interesting.
Back to the topic.
Yes, sorry.
But then anywhere we went to eat or something, it's always outdoor dining, of course. And you wear a mask while you're waiting. Then once you're seated, you can take it off.
Yeah. Because we walk up and have our mask on, just be respectful and stuff like that.
Yeah, in case you're walking by people with food,
Yeah, exactly. And whatchamacall? Yeah, I mean, we got some good old curly fries, curly chicken.
Those things are expensive.
I know, but plus also too with Wildwood, they like jacked up the prices with everything. Yeah, so yeah, I mean they had to. I'm
sure to survive.
But yeah,
crazy. We were gonna ride one roller coaster. It would have been $15 each.
Yeah,
each for the amount of tickets you need for it.
Would have been about $45 altogether. So. Yeah, it was.
We decided not worth it.
Not worth it for
$15 for 2 minutes of thrill. Not worth it.
And plus there was a wait on the line too, so it was like, do we really want to do this?
That actually does bring up another thing. Most of the lines, people weren't apart.
No.
That's one thing I noticed. If there are any lines for any of the rides, most people are still right there on top of each other.
Yeah.
That's how these things spread. Especially put that with people not wearing their masks.
That'd be weird though, wearing your mask on a ride.
Well, I'm not saying on the ride. I'm saying on the line.
On the line, yeah. I'm just saying, like, I wonder how that would look. Oh, imagine the mask just flies up in your face, like in your eyes, and you're just like, I don't know where I'm going, but
I can't see.
I can't see, but this is a fun time. But yeah, no, there was not much space on there. A lot of them were like right next to each other, so like social distancing really wasn't really much of a thing.
Nope. No. That and plus the no masks.
Yeah, just
that's not going to be a good thing for New Jersey.
Yeah.
So like I said, all these people thinking it's normal and then going right back to their homes, wherever they live in the state and elsewhere. That's just going to be spreading it some more.
Yeah. Tip for everyone out there listening:
wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Social distance.
Yeah. And I mean, just basically wear it when you need to. Like wear it, in the stores or around a bunch of people, just so you're safe and so
you're safe. It's a menial task to do to possibly save a human life. You put a mask on for 20 minutes while you're in the store, not going to kill you.
And these workers have it on for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day.
Yeah, I wear it for 8, 9 hours a day. Then you go into the healthcare, which they have to wear so much more, so I give them so much.
Yeah, the mask and the face shield and
gloves. Everything.
Actually, in Wildwood, there was a person I did see have a face shield on.
Well, that's one thing you can wear in case, say you have a condition where you can't wear a face mask for an extended period of time. You can get one of those, like the shield. So then it'll do the same thing. It'll catch any of the particles or anything.
Yeah, I mean those things probably work. I mean plus your face is still clear, so it's not like your face is all like like all
covered.
Covered. Yeah, couldn't think of the word, but face is all covered. So it's for people like that have a hard time breathing through something like that. Like that would be perfect for them.
Yeah. But all in all, I don't want to drag out the topic, but obviously we had a very good time. But there is still a pandemic going on throughout the world, and people on vacation didn't act like it.
Nah, they just forgot about the thing existing. It's just, you can't forget it, because if you forget, it'll come right at you when you least expect it.
Yep.
So
just because you're on vacation, Corona's not going to be like, oh, they're on vacation, I don't want to bother them. Nope. Corona will come knocking either way.
Corona don't give no dams.
It do not.
No. So,
like be like that.
Be safe. Just be smart.
Wear your mask.
Don't be a knucklehead.
McSpazatron.
What?
It's from SpongeBob.
Oh. Wow. Damn. That. Wow.
You never get any of my references.
Okay. This guy never gets my references. He never does. Maybe like 99 out of 100, he does not get my references. But that one, when he finally got a reference, I literally was like.
He finally got it.
I was like, I wanted to throw a party. I was like, I finally got him to get a reference that I
Because you reference a lot of football stuff, and I don't.
I
a lot
know.
of sports in
A lot of
general.
sports or a lot of.
I'm not a sports person.
I know. So, yeah, I know. I reference a lot of that and reference some other things that, like, I tell him, like, oh, you remember that post from Daquan where Obama was running back? And
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm gonna tell that. This is when we were down the shore. We were literally sitting there waiting to be seated, and Ted just stands up, looks at me. Yeah, remember that Obama post from Daquan? Yeah, that was funny. And I just looked at him like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not even like he had it on his phone, like, oh, hey, look at this. This is funny.
I know. I always, like, I don't know.
Hey, remember this one post by this
Yeah.
one specific user? Yeah, that was hilarious.
I don't know. I don't know. Don't question it, honestly. Don't question it, but it just...
I've learned better.
Yeah. I don't know.
My God,
But
I can't.
anyway, now, you have anything more to say?
I think we'll leave it off there. I don't want to stretch it out too much. With that said, thank you guys so much for listening this week. Make sure to check us out on all our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere.
And our merch shop as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got our merch shop.
TnTpodcast.com.
Yep, and it'll be right there. Right there on one of the links.
Top right. Shop.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you next week.
Peace, guys.